WrestleMania season has turned up to another level.
What's up, guys? The phenomenal AJ Styles, and you're watching Bretto Live.
This is the Week in Review, episode 296. We're so close to episode 300. 4 episodes away, in fact. We are going to talk about Monday Night Raw first. Then we're going to talk about Smackdown. If you guys missed the Elimination Chamber review, I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check out the Chamber review. It's a great video. We have a brand new WWE World Women's Champion. Caught me insanely off guard. I made sure to put a bunch of new figures here in the background too, so take a look at the background of this video. You'll probably see a hidden gem. Look at all these figures, man. So many new figures being introduced to the Bretto Live collection. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw from Buffalo, New York. We opened up the show with a pissed off CM Punk. He got out of his truck. He walked right out to this Buffalo crowd, and he was heated. He was mad at the final boss. He was mad at John Cena for going back on everything he stood for. CM Punk was heated, but he was mainly mad at Seth Rollins for screwing him out of the Elimination Chamber and screwing him out of his WrestleMania main event. So he started bashing Seth Rollins, talking about Becky Lynch even, and here comes Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and CM Punk would brawl for a good 8 to 10 minutes all around the ring, in the crowd, backstage. They could not be broken up. They could not be broken up. They'd even brawl after a couple matches. A couple matches happened, and they're still brawling backstage. Adam Pearce, who is right there, bald, see him, he finally made the match. Seth Rollins gets CM Punk next week in a steel cage in Madison Square Garden. Supposedly, they're saying that's going to be the end of this rivalry, but there's no way in hell that's going to be the end, bro. Yes, a steel cage is a big deal, but there's no way that it ends inside of a steel cage on a random episode of Raw in Madison Square Garden. It's going to be good, no doubt about it, but I see this going to WrestleMania, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, triple threat match. Oh, come on, baby. Give it to us. A heck of a way to open up the show. I put a bunch of security guards around these two just to show how chaotic it was. It was crazy. Our opening match was Otis versus Gunther, okay? I wasn't really looking forward to this match too much, but dang, Otis delivered. Oh my God, man. Taking chop after chop, big boot after big boot, even just giving it to Gunther. He brought the fight to Gunther here. Amazing match. Obviously, in the end, Gunther's going to pick up the victory. He powerbombed Otis, which was pretty freaking wild to see. Pinned him 1, 2, 3, and went for a little attack after the match. So Akira Tozawa's going to run in, try to help out his tag partner Otis. Not really going to work out. So here comes Jey Uso. Jey Uso's going to run down and start getting the best of Gunther. But as you can see, I got Gunther passing out Jey right here. That's because of freaking Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Obviously, new little trades here to Raw. Austin Theory, Grayson Waller being embarrassed last week by Jey Uso backstage, so they came out for a little retribution on Jey, and then Gunther would take advantage of that, because Jey took out Waller and Austin, bro. He took them both out, but then Gunther kind of snuck up from behind, passed him out. Gunther holding up the title above Jey's body. I was like, darn it, man. Jey being doubted even more, but I still think he'll win that title at Mania. Yeet. I don't have either of their figures, so I wasn't able to set something up, but it was the Women's Intercontinental Championship match between Ivy Nile and Lyra Valkyria, and man, I was iffy on Lyra Valkyria, but dang, this match delivered. Same with Ivy Nile. Oh my gosh, it was back and forth. I love how Ivy Nile targeted the leg of Lyra Valkyria damn near the entire match, but Lyra Valkyria was able to overcome, hit her little finishing move, dropping Ivy right on her back of her neck. 1, 2, 3. Lyra Valkyria is still your Intercontinental Champion. It was a great match, but Chad Gable's not going to be too happy with Ivy not bringing home that championship to American Made. Ludwig Kaiser was talking shit about Penta, right? So what's gonna happen? Penta's gonna come out. Yeah, Penta's gonna run down, not take any crap. He did his entire entrance too. He had all the pyro going off, everything, as Ludwig Kaiser's just talking crap about Penta in the ring. So he's gonna run down, take it to Ludwig Kaiser, diving tope con hero right over the top rope, taking out Ludwig Kaiser and standing tall in the ring. I don't think it's over between these two. We're probably gonna see a one-on-one match, maybe in the Garden, maybe on a random episode of Raw, but it's not over between these two. Pretty cool to see Penta take it to Ludwig. This was so odd. so I guess Chad Gable was on like the streets of wherever he was. It didn't say where he was, but Chad Gable was on this like luchador mission trying to get information on how to beat luchadors, mainly being Penta. So he went up to this random guy. We didn't see a face, but this guy asked for like $500 from Chad Gable. Gable gave him the $500 and got a box with what I would assume is like some sort of luchador mask inside of it. I don't know, okay? I don't know what's inside of this box. They didn't show it, but Chad Gable has a box of something to possibly help him beat a luchador, that being Penta. So I put an American mask on Gable. Maybe it's a mask. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm really curious about this dusty box that he got. Speaking of American made, they had an opportunity to win the WWE Tag Team Championships when they went up against the War Raiders in a rematch here, 2-on-2 tag team match. This was a great match. Oh my gosh, the Creeds are so good, bro. Julius and Brutus Creed, they're like freak athletes, but so are the War Raiders. This match delivered, man. In the end, we did see the War Machine from the War Raiders taking down the Creeds. 1, 2, 3. The War Raiders actually pinned the Creeds this time, because you remember in their last match, the Creeds just intentionally disqualified themselves, which made no sense. So the rematch, they still lose, and Chad Gable is not going to be happy, bro. Ivy Nile loses in her IC Championship match. American made don't win the tag titles. Like, Chad Gable's not going to be too happy, but this was a good match. Rey Mysterio and LWR are pissed off. They are mad at the New Day for how they've been being treated by the New Day. So Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee are going to be fighting the New Day in a tornado tag team match in the Garden next week on Raw. Dude, I'm so excited for this coming Raw, bro. They are hyping it up. They got some good matches, a steel cage match, tornado tag match. Bro, it's going to be so good. New Day, LWO. Let's go. Tornado tag. Braun Breaker was cutting a little interview with Jackie Redmond in the crowd until he was interrupted by Finn Balor, who was in the ring. So Braun Breaker was like, nah, screw this. I'm going to make a long run to the ring. Braun Breaker looked to take it to Finn Balor, but before he could get in the ring, he ran into Carlito. So this was kind of a trap, a Judgment Day trap. Carlito tried to take out Braun, didn't work out. Dom tried to take out Braun, didn't work out. Braun got to Finn Balor, and he started taking it to Finn Balor. Was about to hit the spear if it wasn't for, see Dominic Mysterio through Braun's arm. Dominic Mysterio would pull Finn Balor out of the ring, not allowing Braun Breaker to do the spear to him. But we did see Braun pick up Finn Balor just like this. I'm excited for their Intercontinental Championship match that we know is going to happen. Braun, Finn. It would be awesome for an upset victory to see Finn beat Braun. I'd be totally down for that, but it's highly doubtful. I mean, he's going to be facing a dog. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And our main event of the show, Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the World Women's Championship. This was just as shocking as John Cena turning heel at the Chamber, bro. Just as shocking. Well, first of all, we have Bianca Belair, the winner of the Women's Elimination Chamber. She was out there, obviously, scouting the competition because she wants to know who she's going to be facing at WrestleMania, whether it's going to be Rhea or Io. In the back of my mind, I'm like, no way Rhea loses this match. There's no way. Rhea versus Bianca sounds too good coming off the tongue to change that match. Why have Io Sky win this World Heavyweight Championship? But she did. Rhea Ripley directed too much of her attention towards Bianca, man. She got into it with her on ringside, and then before she was about to hit a super riptide off the top rope to Io Sky, she'd look over at Bianca again and get distracted by Bianca again. So that costed Rhea. Io Sky was able to counter the riptide into a Hurricane Rana and then hit the over the moonsault and pin Rhea Ripley and become World Women's Champion. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's going to be Io Sky versus Bianca at WrestleMania. Somehow, I think Rhea's going to somehow get in that match and making this a triple threat. I just don't see Rhea not in this match at Mania. I really don't. If she doesn't make it in this match, where else is Rhea going to be? Like at Mania? Because she needs a match at Mania. It's Rhea Bloody Ripley. Somehow she'll get in this match making it a triple threat. But that's besides the fact. Io Sky is our new World Women's Champion. She got a bunch of pyro. I can't believe it. Good for Io. I love Io, but I just can't believe they took the title off of Rhea. That was Monday Night Raw in a nutshell. Great episode of Raw from Buffalo, New York. That's why I'm going to be giving it a nice 7 out of 10. My favorite match, believe it or not, was going to be Gunther versus Otis. I enjoyed the snot out of that match, okay? And my favorite moment was definitely the opening brawl between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. That was just absolutely chaotic. What do you guys say? We jump into Friday Night Smackdown. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania was the host for this episode of Friday Night Smackdown, and it was a banger. We have a new United States champion. The crowd was hot. The show was hot. So let's talk about it. We opened up the show with actually Drew McIntyre attacking Damian Priest in the parking lot. He was walking in the arena. He's like, nah, there's the guy that eliminated me out of the Elimination Chamber. Let me go beat his ass real quick. So he did. This wouldn't be the only time we see these two brawl on this show. I'll talk about it soon. And then we would jump to Mr. Randy Orton, who cut one of like the best promos I've ever seen from Randy. Like, bro covered everything. He talked about Kevin, how he wants to get back at Kevin. He talked about everything and everyone that Kevin Owens has screwed and tried to end careers. Randy Orton wants to punt Kevin's head off. He said he's hearing voices again, so that's not good for Kevin Owens. He also talked about John Cena and how he cannot believe that he turned heel, which, I mean, none of us can. But yeah, this was a heck of a promo from Randy. Great job. Also, we'd have a little interaction with Carmelo Hayes backstage, so he's going to be having a match with Carmelo next week. That ought to make for a great RKO, let's be honest. Tiffany Stratton, our WWE Women's Champion, coming off a great tag team victory at the Elimination Chamber, would go one-on-one with the Secret Hervis, Miss Piper Niven. Tiffany Stratton one-on-one. Match was pretty decent. Tiffany Stratton would win with the prettiest moonsault off the top rope, and then after the match, immediately get attacked by Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair locking in the figure eight, which we haven't seen locked in a long time. You can see that Tiffany Stratton was in a lot of pain, so this may put some doubt in Tiffany Stratton's mind, maybe thinking that, oh, I'll have to tap out at WrestleMania if she locks this in. Pretty solid stuff from Charlotte attacking the champion. Nick Aldis set up a big triple threat tag team match here between Los Garza, Pretty Deadly, and MCMG. This was a pretty good triple threat tag team match. I did have Pretty Deadly winning this match, and they did. We saw Angel tear off his pants, and then Pretty Deadly would pick up the victory, I believe pinning one of the members of MCMG, almost positive. So now they are #1 contenders. So what's going to be going down next week is it will be Street Profits versus DIY. That's a championship match, so the winner of that will face Pretty Deadly for the championships, which is pretty cool. I like that idea from Nick Aldis. Dude, this promo from Bianca Belair gave me chills going down my spine, bro. Like, this was amazing. So Bianca wanted answers. She's like, okay, who in the heck attacked Jade? Now I'm being accused of attacking Jade. I'm like, yes, I'm so glad Bianca's acknowledging the people thinking that she possibly attacked Jade, which she couldn't have. She was having a match in the ring, so I'm like, that's not possible. But obviously Bianca wanted to talk to Naomi, and it took a while, but Naomi finally admitted to attacking Jade. But it took a minute, bro. Naomi didn't want to turn heel, but I feel like she had to, because I mean, yeah, she attacked Jade. She was jealous of Jade, bro. It's so obvious. And then she would eventually turn on Bianca Belair, calling her a select choice of words. Jade Cargill would pull up to the arena, and Bianca's like, yeah, go get her. I don't care. Go get her. So then Jade would hit the Jaded on Naomi and take out Naomi again. That's 2 times this week, bro. That's crazy. At the Elimination Chamber and here on SmackDown. So Naomi, I believe, is officially heel. Jade took her out, and I hope Jade and Bianca's relationship is still good because, man, they're chilling, bro. I knew it was you, Naomi. I've been calling it for weeks in this week in review. I've been calling it for freaking weeks. Braun Strowman went one-on-one with Solo, and Solo was treated really weak in this match, bro. Braun was literally closing in on the victory, hit the running power slam. It was about to be 1, 2, 3 if it wasn't for Tama Tonga, making this a disqualification, attacking before the ref would hit 3. So Tama Tonga gets taken out by Braun, but here comes Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman would brawl all the way into the crowd, where Braun Strowman would jump on top of these road cases and send Jacob Fatu off those cases through 2 tables with a choke slam. But I thought Jacob Fatu was going to stay down. He did not. Jacob Fatu was climbing out of the wreckage, but he didn't go back after Braun. He was a little starstruck, so he climbed out of the rubble and kind of just walked off, but it was just crazy to see Jacob Fatu get up by his own 2 feet. So I guess it's not over between Jacob and Braun. I guess they're still going to be going at it, which, I mean, I'm fine with, but I feel like we kind of established this already. It was Michin versus Chelsea Green for what feels like the 500th time. So this was a street fight, so it was actually pretty good. Chelsea Green was dressed as Cactus Jack, the hardcore legend, so that was pretty cool. At the end of this match, obviously Piper Niven's going to get taken out by B-Fab, because B-Fab and Michin are chilling, so B-Fab's going to take out Piper Niven, get her out of the equation, and then Chelsea has no backup, right? Wrong! Chelsea does have backup in the form of Alba Fire, the newest member of the Secret Hervis. So now it's Piper Niven and Alba Fire backing up their in-a-form president, basically, Chelsea Green, the U.S. champion, which I think is pretty cool. I'm all for it. Alba Fire, you know, teaming with Chelsea. She saluted Chelsea, which was pretty cool, and Chelsea retains the U.S. belt. I like it. What do we want to talk about? Cody knew exactly what he wanted to talk about. He wanted to talk about the final boss. He wanted to talk about how shocked he is about the John Cena heel turn, and how he had to tell his daughter Liberty why his face was so jacked up, and that is because his former friend John Cena turned on him at Elimination Chamber. Loved this promo from Cody. Nobody interrupted, unfortunately. I think it would have been pretty cool, but obviously nobody was advertised for the show like Cena, like Rock, nobody like that, so Cody kind of just cut this promo, kind of dipped up out of there, but dude, you could just see the bruises on Cody's ear, his face. It's like, oh my god, that beatdown from Travis Scott, Rock, and Cena was just absolutely insane. Great promo here from Cody. I'm excited to see where this is going to go. Jimmy Uso went one-on-one with Drew McIntyre again. I feel like we just saw this match on SmackDown recently. I didn't really see the need for it, but we got it. Drew McIntyre hits the Claymore, beats Jimmy Uso 1, 1, 2, 3. After the match, as Drew was kind of dipping up out of there, here comes Damian Priest getting a little revenge on Drew McIntyre for attacking him at the beginning of the show. So I guess they're going to have a big match coming up soon. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I'm excited about that. Let's go. But poor Jimmy, man, taking an L. We had the most boring United States champion of all time, Shinsuke Nakamura, going one-on-one with LA Knight. And all I'm going to say is, yeah, we got a brand new United States champion, making him a 2-time United States champion. It is LA Knight. Yeah, pretty interesting sequence in the end here. Nakamura is going to miss Charles Robinson. That's the second time that Charles Robinson has got taken out this week. He got taken out at the Chamber, and he got taken out with the mist by Nakamura. And the ref was taken down, right? Nakamura looked to cheat with a chair, but it backfired on Nakamura. LA Knight hit the BFT on the steel chair with no referee. Referee ran down. 1, 2, 3. Nakamura ain't kicking out, baby. Yeah. LA Knight is our new United States champion. Thank God, bro. Shinsuke Nakamura was so dang boring. Oh my God. That man. He's boring. He's so boring. Finally, an entertaining U.S. champ. Let's go, yeah. That was Friday Night Smackdown in a Monday Night Raw ring from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Favorite moment was the Bianca promo and the Naomi stuff. I absolutely loved that. My favorite match was easily LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I enjoyed that one. And ranking the show out of 10, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this episode of Smackdown. Stay tuned next week where we run it back. We talk about Raw and Smackdown again. We're getting closer and closer to WrestleMania, guys. Next week, Monday Night Raw is in Madison Square Garden, and SmackDown's going to be overseas in Spain, which is insane. It's going to be a great couple episodes next week. Stay tuned for it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bretto Live is out.
Until